But yeah, we are back again with some more Tales of Arise. I don't think I have any like other side stuff I really want to get done for now, so I think we might just go to the wedge. I might have bonding skits actually. Let's see. All right, Lon Kisara still have one each, so.
Hey, Alphen.
What's up, Law?
You ever find yourself just wanting to give Rinwell a pat on the back?
Aw.
Law?
Not in a weird way. I'm just saying, she may be sassy, but she's also trying really hard, you know?
She's doing her
And
best.
sometimes, when I see how hard she's working, I just want to walk up and encourage her. Is that weird?
Aw.
No, I can see why you might feel that way. After all, she is kind of like a little sister to everyone at this point.
Right, exactly. But I'm worried if I do it the wrong way, she'll blast me with her magic. Or if not her magic, she'll sick Hootle on me to peck my eyes out.
Yeah, there's not much you can do if she's not feeling up for it. In fact, you're not the only one struggling to close that gap.
Huh? Has Hootle attacked you too?
Is he talking about Shion?
No, I just mean because of her thorns.
Thorns? I don't remember Rinwell having any magic like that. That sounds more like Shion than...
Come on, Law. You fool.
Anyway, Hoodle's probably just worried that you're going to take Rinwell away from him. He's pretty protective after all. Maybe your first step should be to make friends with him and go from there.
Have him on your head.
Right. That's a good idea, Alphen. I'll be sure to give that a try.
Thank goodness for Law's thick skull.
Aw, they're both in love. Cute.
Let's make sure to
Alright.
kick ass tomorrow, too.
Surprisingly overwhelmingly heterosexual in this game. Alright, to the wedge we go. I'm a little bit worried for Rinwell, honestly. If she's hearing voices here.
Isn't it?
There's not much here for me to actually grab, though. No items for me. Okay. If you say so. I guess it would be weird if something that, you know, was shot down from the sky had, like, you know, materials that you can find, on Dana. Spooky.
I see that the interior of the wedge is every bit as strange and unusual as the exterior.
Kinda looks like a fungus.
If I didn't see it come from Lenegus, I wouldn't believe it was Renan. Just what's with this place?
Yeah, it's all twisty and lumpy. Whatever it's all for, I'm stumped.
By the way, while I was looking around off stream, I actually went to a blacksmith, and they do actually have a new weapons I can actually make, specific to the farmer stuff. Is this a door? I guess it is.
This is all Dana's astral energy.
Are you saying the Renans are funneling it through here to send to Lenegus?
Sure looks like it. We have to put a stop to it, quickly.
Alright.
This seems strange. Like it should be among creatures you'd find in a forest.
Cut it out! I don't need to hear that. It's gotta be man-made, right?
Or
It's like a giant
It
mushroom.
won't be any easier to predict. Remain vigilant.
So it's probably parasitic by nature, which I guess makes sense considering it is sapping out the energy. I'm already pretty low on CP, actually.
Perhaps now isn't the time? Astral energy!
You can't flirt mid-battle, Alphen. Alright.
I got it!
Got what?
I can chop up vegetable scraps and use them in the seasonings.
Should've known that's what it was gonna be about.
I've come with the new recipe. Oh, wow, I messed it up. Okay. Oh, enveloped in astral energy.
This place definitely isn't easy to navigate. That's for sure.
And I doubt this structure was conceived with the ease of people's movement in mind.
Yeah. We've been seeing nothing but Zoogle nests.
It's almost as if we're inside an incredibly immense spirit vessel of some sort.
A spirit vessel? If that's the case, And that would make Lenegis the master core that's receiving all the astral energy.
Hey, have you heard that voice again since we came in here?
Oh, so now you believe me?
I never said I didn't believe you.
The further in we go, the stronger the voice gets.
Is that a sign we're going the right way then?
Where's this voice coming from? Can you tell?
Yeah, kind of. I hear it inside me, but I feel like it's also coming from every direction around us.
Well, I feel like you're
It's
gonna
hard
get
to
like
describe.
possessed or something.
It's almost like it's surrounding me.
Surrounding, huh?
Considering astral energy is involved, it's not that unusual.
Right, but it's not scary or anything. Listening to it is really soothing.
If you think so, just promise you'll say something if the voice gets too clingy or anything.
I promise.
Aw. Alright. Oh yeah, I can show the... like the carrot. The carrot. It's not even that good, but it's a freaking carrot, and I can always equip like the weapon skin, I guess. She only gets a watering can. I'll make it. I won't equip it. Rat pig plushies. The rat pig plushies are actually very cute. There's a whole ass fence. Okay. And actually, I already have this for Doling, so non-renewable stuff is just bugs, so it's not really as interesting as it could be. Okay. Oh, god dang it. Fine. I'll fight you again. Holy Mentis, you're only level 34 at least. Fast travel point. Teleport to entrance is now active. Okay, that's convenient. Goodness.
We've sure climbed up a long way, haven't we?
Watch your step ahead. With no fencing in place, it would be quite hazardous to fall.
Alright. We'll be fine. The game will stop me from, taking fall damage. Presumably. What the heck? Hi. Kinda ugly. Armatus. Oh. Armatus Plus and Armatus Equus. Okay. Armatus looks a little different in this game, doesn't it? Okay. Didn't really look like it was charging to me. Shoot you with her watering can. Can I get... Yeah, I can get Kisara's body skin now. Nice.
Thinking some more about how to realize your ideals?
No. Actually, I've been trying not to obsess about it as much as before. I find when I think too much about my ideals, I get hung up on the reality of things and lose sight of what's really important. I know what it's like to go hungry, to lose your family. That should be reason enough to fight for a better society, so nobody else has to. Sorry about that.
Even thinking about things will make you hungry after a while. You wait here. I'll go whip something up for you.
Hold on. Don't make it spicy, bro.
Thanks for the food.
It better not be spicy,
What's so
Alfred.
funny?
Nothing. Just impressed at how good of a cook you've become.
Alright.
Well, we've been on this journey for a while now, so I've had more than a few opportunities to hone my skills.
Yeah, and now I have a good meal in me. There's a simple kind of happiness that comes with that, you know? One that's more powerful and convincing than complicated logic can be.
That reminds me of something Law said, about how talking too much doesn't put food in people's stomachs.
That sounds like Law. But it's true nonetheless. When you get down to it, all you really need is enough food to keep you full and to be surrounded by people you love. Everything else comes second.
Speaking of people you love, I haven't heard you talk about Magal much lately.
Wow, okay. Way to make me feel like the worst sister ever. But you're right, I haven't. If I'm honest, I think it's because I finally found other people I love just as much.
We're your
Whatever
family
kind of
now.
society we end up having after this, it needs to be a place where I know you all can be happy. That's my starting point for now.
Hopefully nobody in our party dies at the end of the story here.
Sorry.
We're considering what happened in previous Tales games that I played. I'm not confident. I'm not confident.
We're almost ready to leave.
I was gonna kick my ass. Oh, great. It's just reskinned.
Here?
It's here?
Yes. All the energy flowing through the wedge comes together and collects here.
Is that thing a Zoogle? Holy crap, it's huge!
A central core and a guardian?
Once we beat that thing, it'll stop the wedge from taking in any more astral energy, right?
Seems we're in for a fight regardless.
Here it comes. Stay sharp, everyone!
Alright. Honda, you know, it's fine.
I don't know if that's a machine or what, but I do know it's pissing me off!
Watch yourself. There is no knowing what it is capable of.
I forgot how we fought this before, honestly. Come on. There we go. Okay, that wasn't too bad. Let's just more.
Is it over?
Renwell, explanations, please. Renwell. Don't go into the light! Don't go into the light, baby! You're gonna get hollowed or something. Sorry. Are you being sent into space? What's happening?
What's going on here?
Dana? I feel like I shouldn't have them in their farmer outfits for this. Oh, Oodle.
You okay?
Hey, are you crying?
Yeah, dumbass.
I'm not the only one.
What happened? When they seen the light?
I heard it. Whatever it was, I heard it.
Not sure I'd call it a voice, but it was there.
What in the world just happened?
Emotionalist Alfred? He's been through a lot. Might take a little bit more to get tears out of him.
That was Dana's astral energy we just encountered. And I think what we heard might have been its voice.
The voice of the
You're saying
planet?
astral energy has a mind of its own?
I haven't the slightest idea. But do you remember what happened when we fought Balsef back in Calaglia?
Oh, the fire
You mean when
avatar.
that fire monster came out of the spirit vessel?
Exactly. There was such a huge overflow of astral energy, it caused a monster to spawn and take physical form. Maybe the same thing happened here, just with way more astral energy and a bigger monster.
I mean,
Does that mean if you gather enough astral energy,
you count
can
it
become
as a monster,
sentient or
really?
take a physical form?
That's what I'm guessing, but it's just speculation. Master cores are able to hold a lot more energy than a spirit vessel, but we still haven't seen anything like that happen in our dealings with them.
That being said, there may be a mechanism of sorts inside master cores and spirit vessels that prevent such reactions.
Does that mean like
That
Rena
fire
was
monster.
like
I remember how it only appeared
spirit,
after
maybe?
Balsef's spirit vessel broke.
Then the reason Rinwell was able to sense all that astral energy earlier must have been because it was too much for that Zoogle to contain by itself.
So, then where do you think the Zoogle went?
we killed it?
All that energy and poof, it's gone. The Zoogle with it. Doesn't that sound weird to anyone?
Indeed it does. However, in order for us to move our hypothesis forward, we will need to gather more evidence first. On that note, how are you holding up, Rinwell?
I just can't work out why. Why the voice reached out to me first.
Because you're a
Rena?
mage?
I can't help but wonder if it's because of my heritage that I was the one to hear it.
Because you're a mage.
Sorry. That's a strange thing to think, isn't it? Anyway, we should get going, right? We need to make sure the energy flow has actually stopped.
I want to pat her on the head. I say where Law is coming from.
Are we gonna have to take this winding path all the way back down, too?
Yeah, but if anything, it should be easier than the climb up.
Really?
Okay.
Well then,
Actually, I've heard it's easier to develop muscle aches when going down.
seriously?
Alright. Newfound sensation.
Everything alright? You kinda looked like you wanted to get something off your chest.
Huh? Oh,
Or not, you know, whatever.
yeah. You know,
Yeah?
sorry, never mind. Just forget it.
These two.
You wanna try being a little less cryptic, maybe? Alright, jeez. Sorry for taking an interest.
Stop it! It's okay, Hoodle! Sorry. I guess I still don't really know how to put it into words.
Nah, that's fine, no rush. It might help you to talk about it, though.
I'll keep that in mind. And thanks.
Aw. How much if I go back here? Locked down. Okay. Man. Can I teleport out? Nope. Okay. I have to just sort of leave, I guess. Am I gonna get ambushed on my way out of here? Ah, fuck. Run. Oh, god dang it.
Courteous.
Don't just let me teleport outside.
It looks like that beam of light has stopped.
Then is it safe to say we've avoided oblivion for the time being?
I can still sense a faint glimmer of energy, though. It hasn't completely dispersed.
You can tell? Rinwell, your senses seem a lot sharper than before, don't they?
And you said you heard that voice, right?
I guess. Maybe. I don't know. I don't feel bad, though.
If trace amounts, however small, do remain, then it leaves us no choice. We must destroy the entire structure.
Blow it up.
What do you suggest? We bring it down piece by piece?
Once
Shiana
that's
has
done,
bombs.
What do we do then?
We go to Lenegus. Even if we could destroy the whole wedge like he suggested, it'd only buy us time. The fact they sent this thing down tells me they're not giving up this planet without a fight.
You gotta find an airship then. I don't know how we're gonna find any of those.
There's also the matter of the Renis Alma. Its circumstances still have yet to be truly resolved.
But how do we even get to Lenegus?
What if we hotwire one of their starships? There's gotta be one on the planet somewhere, right?
Starships are only seen on Dana at the start and end of the Crown Contest. Otherwise, they remain on Lenegus. Believe it or not, we Renans down here aren't quite as free to come and go as one
How
might
did
think.
Xion get here?
Great. Well, I'm out of ideas then. We definitely don't have the tech to build a starship. And even if we found a Renin who'd help, who knows how long that'd take.
Yeah. Waiting for a starship to come down from Lenegus would probably be quicker than that.
That'd still take like 3 years though.
Wait. Alphen, when you came
Oh?
down from Lenegus...
Okay,
it
we're
had
using
to have been
Alphens
in a
then.
starship of your own, right?
Right.
That's like 300 years ago, so.
You can't be serious. That was 300
Yeah.
years ago. There's no way it's still gonna work.
But Alphen didn't wake up until a few years ago. That means it had to have still been functioning that whole time to keep his body preserved.
Indeed. You wouldn't happen to remember where you landed, would you?
My memories around where I parked are still a little hazy, but I do know that I woke up in Calaglia, so chances are it's still in the area. At least it's a place to start. Luckily, that realm's my old stomping ground, so I should be able to get us some help finding her.
How did Xion get down here then? Did she come here when
This
like
is it.
the
Yeah, as long as Lenegus
rest of the
stands
Crown
there,
Contests
no avoiding
folk
it.
came down here
So
maybe?
what's this help in Calaglia you're planning to enlist?
My buddy Nath. If anyone there knows something, I figure it's him. But first, we need to catch a boat and get back to the mainland.
Alright. Go back. You unlock sea fishing for me, man?
Our first port of call is Ulzebek.
Back where you first started out.
Yeah, along with my dad.
Aw. Rest in peace, Zephyr.
You okay? You don't look so good.
I think I'm just a little seasick, that's all.
Getting some girl bonding time? I'd love to
Liar.
see it.
Huh?
You heard me. You've never been good at hiding your emotions, Xion.
Excuse me? Just what do you... No. You're right. I'm sorry.
Like, there's been a lot of bonding between the heterosexual pairs. I really want to see
Is it
some
about Alphen?
Sicilian brotherly bonding.
No, not just him.
Something you can't talk about?
Rinwell, I'm not like the rest of you.
Of course you are!
We're all a
I'm
group of little
serious.
weirdos.
Back when we first met, I think maybe then I did think we were different. But now I know that isn't true. You and I are the same, Xion. We're alike in more ways than you know. If any of us is different, it's me. I'm a Danon who can use magic. I may be the last. My family and I have been living in hiding as long as I can remember.
Everyone has their own pain that can be hard for other people to understand. I saw the two of you talking and thought you could use a third wheel. So, here I am. Sorry.
If anyone's the odd one out here, it's me. Believe me, you don't want to listen to my problems.
Want me to go?
I didn't say that.
I get that you must have a lot circling around that head of yours. And that's okay. Whatever's worrying you right now, you're allowed to worry about it. And you don't have to talk about it if you don't want to. I know I'm not a Renin like you, or a mage like Rinwell.
I'm not a sovereign, maiden, or lord. I'm just a Danon who used to be a slave.
Yeah, Kisara's probably the most normal out of all
Regardless
this.
of all that, I'm here for you, Shion.
Kisara-in-law.
That goes for me too. We all want to be there for you. Me and Hoodle and even the boys. I promise. I mean, that is what friends are supposed to do, right?
I said this to Alphen, and now I'll say it to you. You're not alone in this.
Thank you,
Aw.
Rinwell. Kisara.
And right on cue, I think I should make my way back and lie down for a bit. My battle with this ship continues.
Oh dear.
I better head back too. We wouldn't want the guys thinking they're in charge. Can you imagine Law at the helm? Who knows what kind of trouble we'd get into?
Cute.
Still, if that's true, then it's all the more reason I have to do this.
Shion, you're not gonna sacrifice yourself, are you? Come on. I need you to make it to the end of the game so you can marry Alphen.
Aw, are you tired, Hoodle?
You sure he's not just trying to hide from us?
Okay, silent treatment.
Alright, something is definitely up with Shion.
Yeah, something big by the looks of it. I've never seen her so serious.
So, do you think we should say something to Alphen then?
I was wondering the same thing myself, but then it occurred to me. Whatever this thing on her mind is, it's probably the last thing in the world she wants people to know about. If she's trying this hard to keep it secret, then it's not really our place to go telling people before she's ready.
Yeah.
I can't tell them. There's just no
It's
way
probably
I
gonna be
could,
something like
right?
she has to like sacrifice herself or something.
What am I supposed to do?
Man. Both of you to assume that Alphen is going to make it to the end of the game. It's gonna be either Alphen or Shion. Either Shion sacrifices herself or Alphen finds a way to sacrifice himself in her stead or something. That's how it tends to go, doesn't it? As I recall, you all got fiction gear. I ever thought about casting a line out on open waters? I'll set to sail whenever you are. Sure. Only Rinwell will survive. No! Only Rinwell. She has to stay behind in order to actually, chronicle her story, I guess. I mean, considering the other two Tales games I played, both of the protagonists in that one ended up in a big sleep at the end, so... Yeah, I'll hold off on getting to Silver Marlin, I think. Until I have a lure for it. Oh.
Looks like it was well worth coming out here to the ocean to fish, judging by your haul.
Yeah, I can't complain with a catch like this. Dinner tonight's going to be a real good one.
Hell yeah!
What do you care? You're always happy as long as you're full.
Not always. I mean, okay, yeah, sure. Having a full stomach is close to the maximum amount of happy I can be. But Kisara's cooking is just so amazing. Even you can't deny that.
Well, sorry for not being able to cook as good as her then.
Wow.
What? That's not what I said at all.
Anyway, what are you planning to do with that fish? Grill it? Turn it into a sashimi? Personally, my vote's for something
Oh.
Kisara?
Sorry. Can you,
Oh, sea legs are
not
kicking
talk
in.
to me right now?
Hey, are you alright? Your face is as white as a ghost.
Go and
It
get
might
this
be
lady
more
saltine
accurate to say
crackers.
green.
What happened? She was doing okay until just a few seconds ago.
Actually, I think I remember her mentioning at one point that she felt pretty seasick. But we've been out here for a while now. Maybe it doesn't hit her when she's concentrating on something.
I think that means yes?
I'm sorry. I've never seen anyone look so ill before.
Don't worry about dinner right now. You just get some rest, okay?
I think it's safe to rest here now.
Alright, we're good. 35, let me give you a little something. T-Bowler. Mysterious shaped lure is said to be capable of sucking in anything, even boss fish. Which boss fish is this for? R1. I think that's the one that's at the Adam Lake. There we go.
This is quite the catch, if I do say
Pretty.
so myself.
Oh my gosh! That's a really rare species.
Delicious.
Yes! I caught a big one.
Is that even a fish? It's rather enormous for one, is it not?
Of course it is. It's an Orem arowana, a freshwater species that makes its home in these parts.
It's quite the impressive specimen. Why, I don't believe we ever had anything so large for dinner back at the palace.
That's because a fish like this is way too big to put on display at a formal dinner, let alone one for a sitting lord.
You catch a giant fish, and all you can talk about is how you're going to eat it?
Of course.
What's wrong? You like eating too, don't you, Law? I can guarantee a fish this big is going to make for a good meal.
Well, when you put it like that, I guess I am a little excited to dig into it and see how it tastes.
Moments such as this are a good reminder of what I would have missed out on. I'm glad I decided to join you all on this journey. I may have once been a lord, but in truth, my insight into this world was rather limited. And that is, despite the myriad opportunities lordship ostensibly affords.
Wish every Renin was as self-aware as you. Maybe then things wouldn't be so bad.
Indeed. When I say Menancia was beyond lucky to have you as its lord, I really mean it. I'd even say it was miraculous. Now, as for that fish, I'm thinking I'll make some steaks out of it tonight.
Fish
Oh,
steak
that
is
sounds
really good, actually.
I can't wait.
Delicious.
Miraculous. That's hardly the word I would use to describe myself.
Sick. Alright, cool. To Olzebek then.
Ah, Calaglia. Feels like it's been ages.
And wasn't Zephyr with us too?
Oh?
Dad.
Hey, chin up. This is your hometown.
Also, there's a skit here. Liberated Calaglia.
Everyone around here looks so much happier than they used to.
I'll say. It feels like an entirely different place.
I
I
wonder
suppose it's had time to
if
adjust
I
to its
should
newfound freedom.
visit like every major city.
Zephyr would have been so happy to see this.
Yeah, he really would have. Especially if he knew Law was... Law?
Oh.
Something bothering you, Law?
Nah, I'll be fine. It's just, you know.
It still weighs on you, doesn't it? Running away back then.
I abandoned my home. Then when I finally come back, it's been liberated. What's important is that it's free. I get that, I do. I just... I should have been here.
Hey, where you at, mate?
Oh, just one thing after another, and it all falls on my head to...
Hey, Nath.
Bad
What?
time?
Can't you see I'm... Alphen?
Looks like you have your hands full.
As much as ever. As if I wasn't busy enough putting down the last remnants of Renin rule, I'm up to my ears in Danon disputes. And then, to top it all off, that thing had to come crashing down from out of the sky.
Pretty sure we've heard this somewhere before.
But enough about my problems. What can I help you with?
Yeah, we're looking for an old Renin starship. You wouldn't happen to know any around these parts, would you?
A starship? What do you need one of those for?
To get to Lenegus.
We're marching on the Empire.
Lenegus? Are you out of your damn mind?
Believe it or not, it wouldn't be the craziest thing we've done recently.
Well, I believe it. Well, either way, I'm afraid I haven't heard anything about a starship.
Then do you have any historical records by chance?
Sure, we've got stacks of old records.
Mind if we take a look at them?
Yeah, okay.
Thanks, Nath.
I read through all of the records, but I only found a single line that might point to what we're looking for. It mentions a rock that shot across the sky and landed past the mountains. The event was recorded just before the first Renan invasion.
And you think that might be the starship?
I don't know. There was nothing else in the records that came even close.
There's still like...
It looked like it was someplace called Berg, but maybe I'm reading it wrong.
Berg?
That ring any bells for you?
Yeah, that's one of the biggest volcanoes in Calaglia. I was just there recently, investigating a report of a meteor someone saw.
Oh dear.
Another meteor in the same area? Really?
It's probably one of the lights that shot
I
out.
wonder if it could have been
Yeah.
one of those lights that shot out of the wedge.
All the more reason to check it out. Can you tell us how to get there?
The old Zion mine is up that way. One of the veins we abandoned connects to the volcano. Go ahead and use that.
Also, Nate's voice sounds kind of
But you
familiar.
should be careful.
Huh?
I don't know if it has anything to do with the meteor. But there's a giant Zoogle running riot in there. Never seen anything like it.
Of course. That sounds like
Zoogle, huh?
Well, that turned back as soon as I caught
Junpei's
sight of the thing,
voice actor in
so I can't tell
Reload.
you much more. Just be real careful if you head out that way.
Nath, are you ready or what? Oh, I didn't notice you there, Blazing Sword. I see... Huh? You're Law, aren't you? Zephyr's kid. Damn, when'd you get so tall? Can't believe a little pipsqueak like you is running around with the Blazing Sword himself. I'm sure your old man would be proud.
All right.
Go on without me. I'll catch up later. You got it, boss. See you around, Law. Don't work too hard now. Do you know that guy?
I guess...
Can't say I do. Even if I haven't met the guy before. Last time I would have seen him would have been when I was real little. I've at least said hello back to him. The reason my dad's gone, remember? You know how they looked up to him here. Aw. Sorry for getting us sidetracked. Let's just head out. Aw. Hey, is this Law doing okay? Not really. Zephyr's status is still pretty weighing on him pretty hard. Can't say I blame him, even if it's not its fault. That's a big thing to have to carry at his age.
Right.
Yeah, but he's trying his best to come to terms with it. I have faith he'll pull through. Good. He's gonna need your support. He's just a kid, and Zephyr's only one at that. Aw.
I didn't like the sound of that monster Nath was talking about one bit.
Well, we have to press on. We're going through Zion Mine to Berg Volcano. Let's move.
Right, Hoodle's plumage. Aw.
Everything okay with Hootle, Rinwell? He seems kinda out of spirits.
It must be the heat getting to him. We don't get these kind of temperatures back in Cislodia.
Calaglians born and raised here struggle with it too, so it's no surprise.
Aha! So that's why his plumage is so white. He was born in a winter wonderland.
Actually, Dan and owls absorb the astral energy of whatever land they're raised in. Where they're born doesn't affect their appearance at all. But that's not why he's white. The real reason is that he's still just a baby.
Baby.
You mean their plumage changes color depending on where they grow up? Weird.
And with all this traveling we've been doing, it wouldn't surprise me if his wings ended up looking like a colorful painting.
I think he suits his snowy complexion. It'll feel strange to see him change.
How awesome would it be if his head and wings were different colors? And his stomach and sides, like a map of our travels! Ow, lay off, will ya? So much for the heat making him docile!
You've only yourself to blame for that one. Hootle takes pride in his appearance, you know.
Fascinating. An appreciation of aesthetic beauty in an owlet so young.
Dohalim, I think you've drawn his attention.
Alright. Okay. level am I? Level 40. I'm 5 levels under the big centipede, I'm pretty sure. Maybe I'll try him again? Up, mate.
Steer clear of that Zoogle if
Send to Scorch.
this won't be easy.
Actually, it's only level 43. This might be doable. It might be like comfortable enough level to try the other side quest bosses. Actually, maybe. Definitely not the Spirit Temple though. Oh, okay. This feels doable. I just need to not die in the second half.
I've got a good amount of info on our enemies written down now.
That's wonderful, Rinwell. I'm sure that data shall prove most useful.
I like to think so. If there's anything you want to know, just ask.
Alright, cool.
I'm roasting. Perhaps I should shed a layer.
Won't that leave you more exposed to attacks?
Shh! Let the woman do as she pleases.
Okay, Law. Okay. There we go. We're good. That took a while. We're fine. We're good. I'm good at the video game. We did it. Somehow.
Yeah.
We did it again. I'm gonna go with that giant Zoogle. We managed to get rid of it for you.
What?
You did? Damn, I'm honored to meet with the man who dealt with that thing. I'm guessing this isn't your first time taking on something that big, huh?
Right.
Yeah, but I didn't do it alone. Anyway, here are those materials you were after. Oh, don't worry about those. I'm just glad that the Zoogle's gone now. You can have those materials. I'm sure you'll put them to better use than I ever could.
Afraid not.
Are you sure? Alright, if you say so. I am. I have to imagine you might run into other crazy Zoogles during your travels. Just don't bite off more you can chew. You might be able to get off good materials off them, but you still only got one life.
Right.
He's right. I don't need you dying before we complete what we've set out to do. I know.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'll let you go. You can be sure I'll be telling everyone just how heroic you are. Nice. There's not usually Zoogles here though, so...
So we're back in the Zion Mine tunnels. Who would have thought we'd be going through this place again? This is where you and I first fought together.
And also the first time we touched, as I recall.
Oh.
Wait, really?
Yes, really.
Tapped her on the shoulder, dude.
So
Okay.
this path is supposed to take us out to Berg Volcano?
We're not gonna see any lava burst out in front of us or anything, are we?
Don't get so paranoid you let a rock fall on your head, Law.
We'll be fine. It's video game volcano stuff. That is very volcano, actually. Okay. Fun. Berg volcano. Be crazy if there was a fishing spot here.
Ugh, so hot.
Well, yeah. We've reached the inner portion of Berg Volcano.
We need to find that starship. And fast.
Huh.
Wait, am I finally getting a tutorial for this? Well, there's no way we're climbing that. So it seems. Allow me to step in. Took you freaking long enough, Dolly. Wait, you're not thinking of trying to vault over with your rod, are you? I haven't even thought that. In any case, stand back. I'll handle this. I figured this is something I can do. It can be used to bridge gaps in rocky paths and vines that end abruptly. Okay.
You can make plants grow instantly? What if we use this for fruits and vegetables?
I'd rather not be our party's fertilizer. Thank you very much.
Alright. Took you freaking long enough. There's a few areas I can think of where I can probably use that.
That was almost too easy.
No enemy can stand against us.
If only every battle went so well.
My face is starting to sting. And my throat feels super parched.
Here, have some water. Just make sure you don't drink too much.
Thanks.
Gulp,
You
gulp.
want some
Drink
sushi?
water.
Oh, wait. I bet you're hungry more than anything, aren't you?
I'm fine, thank you very much.
Back to being frosty, Shion. Oh. I take my leave because I'm a little bit tired, but I'll be looking. Take care.
Hold itself together, right?
Most definitely. Though I won't make any promises.
Which one is it?
It's crazy to see rocks melt before our eyes.
Watch where you're going, everyone. If you fall, there will be nothing left of you.
Exactly. So don't try anything funny. Especially you, Law. No pushing anyone, not even as a joke.
I'm not a little kid!
Alright. I should have enough CP to get across here.
I didn't know you had that sort of trick up your sleeve, Dohalim. I would have figured rocks and plants would be too different for you to handle both.
Not necessarily. Both of them contain Earth astral energy. Luckily for me, this area is rich not only in fire energy, but Earth as well.
Alright. This is a shortcut? I guess. What if there's items on the other side? I want the loot. Now I have to fight the enemies. Touch the light. Before I get my ass kicked here in a second. I think Zuko's gonna kick my ass here. Oh. It's definitely different.
What the hell is that thing?
Probably that monster Nath warned us about, if I had to guess.
Do you think this might have been where one of those lights that shot out of the wedge landed?
But why this location? If the purpose of the wedge is to harvest Dana's astral energy.
We can figure that out later. If that thing gets into town, it's going to cause chaos. We need to take it down and move on. Let's go!
It's real scary, actually. I don't like it. Level 47 Ifrit Malum. Okay.
Let me know if you need healing.
Is this basically like the fire avatar from before? Okay.
On your toes, everyone.
How do I hit it? Do I have to hit its I can't really reach it.
Suddenly turning tail doesn't seem so ridiculous.
How do I hit
Are you
you?
scared?
Me? Are you?
Do you even have to ask? Of course I'm scared.
Focus up before we become that thing's lunch.
How do I hit you? Okay.
Take care of them while keeping an eye on it.
Okay, it's a boss that just spawns monsters. Okay. Okay, now what? I still can't really hit it or anything. Unless it like brings its head down at me.
Here come more.
Okay.
Have to keep fighting. The enemy wields arts too.
Okay.
See about that.
How many waves of these do I have to do? Bro, no, move. Okay. Send more at me. Come on, dude. I don't know how I'm meant to defeat you other than...
Reinforcements incoming. Not a problem.
Well, guess we'll just struggle. What? How do I zoom over here? Oh, okay. I guess I killed the other guy.
This one's got your name on it.
Now what? You let me, like, cut your head off directly. Also, ooh! Oh, wow. That really hurt.
We won't surrender. We won't retreat. Not yet.
Well, both of my healers are down, and also I have 0 CP. What am I meant to do?
Take on something so big.
I'll handle it. Watch and learn.
Okay. Are you gonna do the same thing that you did before, where you just sort of suck in all the astral energy?
Go back down.
Elfin just one-shots it. Okay. Cool. Thanks, dude.
Everyone okay?
Yeah, I think so.
That thing scared the pants off me.
It felt like it had a different aura than other Zeugles, didn't it?
Yeah, it wasn't like the one that Almadria sicked on us either.
Its elemental astral energy variance was out of this world. It was like fighting a lord.
I guess it's safe to assume that if it came out of the wedge, it must have played some part in helping harvest astral energy. But what?
Perhaps a living spirit vessel? It's plausible, given the location. Or it may be part of a new force dispatched to regain control of Dana.
If we assume that monster was one of the 4 beams of light, we must have prevented something from taking place here.
I'd like to think so, knowing how much grief it gave us.
Probably gonna
But
try
at
to,
least with
like,
that out of the way,
erupt the
we can
volcano
keep
or
moving
something.
forward now. Let's go.
Oh. Unrelenting blaze. Nice. Secret key. A key to a certain door in Calaglia. I think I know where that is. Simply beholding it makes it wonder what lies beyond the threshold. Well, there's something here.
Hey, is that it over there?
I'm a little bit concerned. Hold on. Maybe I'll be fine. It looks pretty sick.
Alphen?
Did you remember something?
No, but I have seen this starship before.
Ours now.
This is it. This is the ship I traveled in when I escaped from Lenegis.
Three centuries later, and it's no worse for wear. I'll take a look at the internals.
Damn! I'm amazed it still works at all after all this time.
The past meets the present. I really am from a different time and place.
Aw. Don't feel bad about it, old
Yeah.
man.
But you've got us now, Alphen.
Not only that, but you've helped out so many people too.
Law's right. Rinwell too. You're one of us now. No more carrying the weight of history on your shoulders. You're a part of this world.
Right. Thanks, you guys.
That was fast.
How's it look?
It should fly. All internal systems seem to be operating. However, considering how long it's remained inactive, I suspect it will take some time before it's ready for takeoff.
How much time are we talking here?
Starship mechanics are not what I'd call my forte, so I'd rather not hazard a guess.
Can probably call
So
some
we've just gotta sit around here and wait?
Renin engineers from
Terrible at
Menencia.
waiting.
That's because you're a child. Oh, but how about we use this time to prepare and gather supplies for the trip?
Good idea. Who knows when we'll be back from Lenegis once we leave? We should prepare ourselves
This
for
feels
every
like a-
possible scenario before we go.
A point of no return.
Let's try not to stay away too long. I'd hate for anything to happen to the place while we're gone.
Either we race ahead, or we take due precaution to ensure we have no regrets. I shall leave it up to you as to how we proceed, Alphen.
Works for me.
Xion, need you to communicate with us, please. Alright. Camp.
It's funny, isn't it?
What is?
All this. When we first started this thing, did you ever imagine we'd be going to Lenegis? After all, this is the sort of thing I was rebelling against when I ran away from home, right?
I'm sure Zephyr would be proud if he knew what his son was doing right now.
And a little shocked, too.
We're defying the order of things that have persisted for 300 years. Deep down, I knew our journey would lead to confronting Lenegis.
Yeah, you maybe, but you're a Renin. The rest of us can barely even picture what it means to leave Dana.
No offense to Shion and Dohalim, but it's worth remembering we're heading into enemy territory.
No offense taken, and this is no picnic for me either.
Remember, our aim is to ensure that both Lenegis and the Renin homeworld leave Dana alone for good. I don't think we'll be able to avoid a fight.
Is there no way we can talk them into leaving us alone?
The people of Lenegis?
Sure. I mean, we found a way to make it work with Shion and Dohalim, right? And it's not just us. If places like Menancia can do it, then why can't we?
Because there are still many of my kind who believe it was right and natural that Rena reigns over Dana. There are those on Lenegis who have never stepped foot on Dana. I doubt whether they'd even listen to Danans.
Look, none of us want to fight. But these are the same people who fired that wedge down on Dana. What happens next is on them.
Right. We're not going to sit back and wait for them to oppress us again.
Right.
Don't forget, there's also a good chance the Red Woman is somewhere on Lenegis. And wherever she is, we should find the Renaissance too.
That's right. If we can take it back, then Shion can finally get rid of her thorns.
Come on, Shion.
Shion?
Huh? Yeah.
Shion, I need you to talk to me. Everyone else is sleeping, sitting up, somehow.
Where? Shion?
Uh-oh. Your target. Okay.
Where did Shion go? How could she just go off on her own?
I can't talk back to them? Okay. Oh, at the airship.
Shion. Shion! It's your thorns? But why?
Oh, her maiden powers?
You okay? Just now, it looked like you used your maiden powers to suppress your thorns. You can really do that?
Did, like, awakening to, like, her maiden powers, like...
Stay out of my way.
Points of watering can at you. Did, like, her maiden powers, like...
Planning to go alone?
Shut up!
Why would you do this?
I told you to shut up!
give her, like, memories of something?
I won't let you.
I mean it.
I refuse to let you.
I won't tell you again. Move or I'll shoot.
If that's the case, then go ahead and shoot me!
I really shouldn't have the watering can skin on. Jan, can you explain what's going on? Please.
Do you remember back when I was stabbed? By Rolron?
Yeah. I thought for sure that he had killed you back there.
that wasn't the first time. The first time was when I was only a child. After that, no matter how often, I just couldn't die.
Couldn't die? So you're immortal? How's that even...
I believe you, Xion.
Is it because of her thorns?
How is something like that possible?
My thorns.
Yeah.
They're me, but at the same time not. They're part of me. I have no idea why, but my thorns will never let me die. At least not before I'm meant to.
You can't die before your death?
When my thorns free themselves, it will be my death.
Oh.
I've seen it. A darkness that swallows up everything until nothing remains. It's a vision of oblivion I can't escape. I want to believe it's all just a bad dream. But no matter what I tell myself, I know it's not.
Yeah, but you... Wait. The whole reason you needed the Renaissance was to get rid of your thorns, right?
If I burn away what's inside, then what will happen to the rest of me? Right. Either way you look at it, I'm going to die. But if I am going to die, I figure I can at least take my thorns out with me. That's what I've been after this whole time.
That's why you turned your back on your fellow Renans and chose to fight with us, isn't it? And while we've all been fighting to keep on living, you have been with us fighting desperately to die.
That was the plan. But then I met all of you. And before I knew it, I didn't want to die anymore.
Xion.
Xion, don't lose hope yet. We'll find a way to save you. There's still time to...
It's pointless.
Why?
Because the darkness won't just consume me. The truth is, it will consume all of existence as well. It was only a suspicion at first, but ever since the Red Woman triggered my maiden powers, I've been more certain than ever before. It was then that I finally came to realize my powers were holding my thorns in check the entire time. But they don't anymore. Not since Lenegis, when the wedge fell. Every day, I feel the thorn's power growing stronger inside of me. Pretty soon, I won't be able to hold them back anymore. And when that happens,
They will consume all existence.
Is it like eating like astral energy, maybe? This is why you're always hungry. Sorry.
And that's why you wanted to leave by yourself. You planned to find the Renaissance on your own and sacrifice yourself to stop the thorns.
Why is the Hoodles glitching out? Dang it, sorry.
too much! It's way too much! When this all began, I didn't care what happened to me or anyone else. And what happened to the Renans or the Danans didn't matter to me at all. I know I have to die, but I don't want to. Not now that I have this.
Save you, Xion. We'll find a way.
I wish we had never met. Then I wouldn't have to feel this way.
Xion!
Oh.
Alvin?
Living for the sake of dying is no better than being a slave. How can you endure this?
Alvin.
It's not fair. I don't care what anybody says.
I won't let it happen! We can fight this!
Oh no, not the costumes getting delayed, sorry.
Isn't that what you said to me before?
Even if it should mean that it'll be the end of everything else too?
Makes it funnier, this is a very serious and emotional scene, I'm sorry.
It's your decision, ultimately. But if you decide not to fight fate, I will. Even if I have to do it alone.
No, you won't be alone. I'll fight as well.
We'll find a way to save her.
Count me in as well. I want to be a force for good, not hate.
Good old
Me
clipping
too.
through the hat.
I meant it with all of my heart when I told you before. Neither of you are alone in this at all.
You guys.
And I, for one, don't believe this venture is without hope.
Huh?
Shion is the descendant of a maiden from 300 years ago. Given the circumstances, it seems very likely that those events have some connection to her thorns.
Oh,
The true nature of which, I imagine we will discover as we make our way to Lenegis and uncover the truth of what's unfolding here.
I take it you mean we might find a way to get rid of her thorns and she'll live?
It's certainly possible. Though I suspect the nature of the Sovereign is connected somehow.
So be it. I've already lost everything I had once. And I won't let it happen again. Shion. No matter what happens from now on, we're right here with you. All of us are. You are not alone.
You guys. You're all so stubborn.
aw. Maybe I should put them back to their default outfits after this scene.
Thank you, everyone. For right now, and a little while longer, I just want to hold on to this dream. And most of all, more than anything else, I want to be with all of you. So let's go. On to Lenegis.
We're not gonna go yet, though.
The end of the world. It's hard to believe, isn't it?
I believe Shion is telling the truth. What about you?
As a friend, yes, I want to believe her. Everything that's happened seems to point towards some sort of great danger that's lurking ahead of us. Still, it's hard to fathom something that could usher outright doom to the world. That those really are the stakes we face.
No, I understand. Even Shion doesn't seem to know exactly what will happen to bring it all about.
We have so many pieces of the puzzle in our hands.
It's probably
So
gonna
many
be something
clues,
like a mass hollowing
yet
or
the
something.
complete picture eludes us.
So where do her thorns fit in then?
Well, I imagine they must sit at the very center of it all. You remember the voice we all heard while we were inside the wedge, don't you?
I didn't really hear it say anything, no.
Yeah, I remember. It was the will of Dana's astral energy come to life. Or that's what we all thought.
Right. And from that, we're able to hypothesize how vast concentrations of astral energy can become sentient. Let's return to when we found Shion in Pelagian. When her thorns went wild, they contained far more astral energy than any mere Renin would normally have inside them.
So you think those thorns might be alive too? That their will is what keeps her from dying? But why would they want to destroy the entire world?
Maybe it's just
As for
really
that,
hungry.
I really cannot say for certain. Its goals still remain a mystery. It may be a mere fluke, that her maiden powers have been able to contain it thus far.
You know, I've noticed since we've met that you like figuring out riddles.
Can you blame me? When one realizes that the world they once thought to be true is but a mere facade, they can't help but seek the truth. Especially when that deception has led to others getting hurt.
So, Halim?
I imagine the remaining pieces of the puzzle that we seek rest somewhere within Lenegis. As for what the final picture will look like, who can say? I think it's best we not dwell on it too much for the time being.
Right.
How you holding up?
Who, me?
Yes, you. You took a hit from those thorns again, didn't you?
Oh, that? That was nothing.
Compared to what Shion's going through, you mean? Still, even if you yourself might be willing to endure that kind of pain, that doesn't mean Shion wants to have to see you get hurt by her thorns, you know?
Yeah, I know. I'll be careful.
Shion doesn't know how lucky she is to have you around, you know? Dashing in to save her at the last minute.
Yeah, very funny.
I'm being serious. You went up and held her close like you still had that mask on, and you didn't even bat an eye. She really needed that. That's what I mean when I said you saved her. Just like you did with the rest of us.
I just want for Shion what we all have. The ability to touch someone without the fear of killing them. Those thorns have robbed her of the kind of everyday things we all take for granted. And it's not right.
You can say that again. It may be normal for us, but that doesn't make it any less special or important for her. I hope she gets what she wants. I have my own dreams, but a world without her, where she dies so we can all survive, isn't a world I want to live in.
Agreed. It's like more and more keeps getting taken from her, and I'm done with it.
Shion deserves so much. Right.
I need something to eat. Can't sleep?
After everything we just heard, how could I?
Fair enough.
Shion's had to deal with so much on her own. Even when we were all laughing and celebrating, she just kept quiet and didn't say anything. I thought she was keeping her distance because of her thorns. That it was because she didn't want to hurt anybody by getting too close. I just figured that that was the type of person she was, you know? But it turned out to be none of that. All this time, she felt like she had to die and sacrifice herself for the greater good. But even then, she didn't think she could say anything to us about it.
I know.
She was so alone this entire time. How could I call her a friend and yet be so completely blind to everything she was going through?
I'm sure it made her happy, knowing you were there for her.
You really think so?
Yeah, I do. If she didn't think of us as friends, I don't think she could have ever opened up to us like that. You were a good friend to her before, and you'll be an even better one now.
Yeah, I really hope so. I want to be the best I can for her. When you think about it, we were all alone in our own way. But over time, we've all found ways to let each other into our lives. I hope Shion's able to do that one day too. No, I mean, I hope she's able to do that more. Lots and lots more. I think it'd be really nice if we could all just be there to support each other when it really counts. And forget about our grudges and pain.
Rimmels come so far. I really appreciate her character development.
Did you know?
You mean about Shion?
Yeah, I didn't have the slightest idea. I mean, every once in a while I thought something seemed a little off, but I never could have imagined. It's like a completely different world was spinning around me and I couldn't even see it.
You and me both. I mean, I knew something was bothering her, but I could never quite figure out what it was.
You? But you're the one always looking out for her, aren't you?
That's what I thought. But in reality, I didn't understand it all. What I thought was helping and being there for her was actually just driving her into a corner.
At least you figured it out in time though, right?
I don't think we're out of the woods yet. But yeah, you're right. We brought her back from the edge, and we're going to stop those thorns from taking her, no matter what.
Yeah, with all of us together, there's nothing we can't handle. Shion, the world, we can save everyone. And I mean it when I say we, Alphen.
I know. No lone wolfing it.
Hey, you're the expert on what my dad would say. Do you think he'd pat me on the back or tell me off?
Zephyr, I don't think that he'd have that much to say, to be honest. You're your own man now, Law. And you've already made up your own mind about what you want.
I guess he couldn't say anything even if he wanted to.
Law.
Sorry. I guess those of us amongst the living have enough problems to deal with, don't we? We'll need all our strength to save Shion. I'll probably end up worrying again at some point, but I guess I'll think it over more then. That okay?
Yeah, I think it is.
Alright. I talked to her.
Hey, you doing all right?
I seem to cause nothing but worry. As much as I try to look like I have things under control, everyone still worries about me.
You're not the only one.
Hey, do you remember the first time you said I was your friend?
No? When was that? Sorry, I can't remember.
That's okay. It came so naturally to you, I'm not surprised you forgot. I was different back then. The Danans were not even people to me, and I knew I would always be alone. But in that room with Deadime, when you called me your friend, it just shattered the wall that I'd built up around me. Because until that moment, I'd only seen you as a means to an end. I thought of you as a way to use the blazing sword, and to obtain the Renis Alma. But after that day, one time became two, and before I knew it, you'd made a habit of calling me and Dohalim your friends. It didn't matter that we were Renins. You cared about us as you would any other people. Then, everyone else started to call me their friend too. To think of me as their friend. Before then, I never even dreamed I could have that. I didn't want to die and lose you all. But I also didn't want to live if it meant you would all die in my place.
Shion.
But then, I realized I'd only really been thinking of myself that entire time. After saying how I felt, and hearing what you all had to say, I finally understood that. Don't worry, it's okay. I'm not planning on dying anymore. I've met too many people along the way who I truly care about to give in now. So I'll fight. For Dana and for myself. I'll fight against my fate to preserve our future. And I'll win, come hell or high water. I don't know how we're going to do it, but I won't let the world end because of me.
It's going to be a long, hard road ahead, Shion. Our fight won't be over until everyone, both Danans and Renins, can finally live in peace. But I swear I'll be there with you until the very end.
Thank you.
Remember what we learned back in Calaglia?
Not the clipping again,
There's
okay.
no wall so high that we can't break it down.
Yeah. I think you may be right about that.
Camera going straight through her fairy wings. I'm gonna keep the wings on though, because I think they're really nice on her. Okay.
Everyone well rested? Then let's go. We depart for Lenegis.
Except not yet, because I do have to call it for today. Alright, let me go ahead and save.